Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here again, and I'm back for another crafty video. So, this time we are going to make one of these. So, it's just a little card, pocket here. It's a receipt wallet. So, whenever you have customers, well, one of the places where I worked, we used to have customer receipts that looked like this, which basically had a bit about the customer in the pocket at the back, and then a little bit at the front with any receipts from the customer in it. And we kind of had it was stamped with our logo, but I've kind of done a little embossing thing here. So I'm going to make one of these, really simple to make. And we're going to make one, and then we're going to make one a little bit different. So just hold on for that. So, okay, so what do you need? You'll need a piece of cardboard or paper or file folder or whatever you want to use. In my case, I am going to use, guess what? I'm going to use a bit of file folder. I'm not going to use that piece though. So I'm going to use this piece of file folder. I'm going to use this one, and then we're going to use this one for the other bit that I'm going to show you in a moment, which is just a step up from this. Okay, so what you want is you want to have two pieces of card roughly the same height. Well, the same height, not roughly, definitely the same height. So we'll do that first. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to just, I've been having problems with this cutter today. Every time I try and cut something on it, it goes wonky. So, or maybe it's the user, maybe it's user error, who knows. Okay, so we're going to make it, you make it as tall as you like. Actually, shall we go, no, we're going to not go that high, otherwise it's ridiculous. We don't want to go out of proportion. Might cut this bit off instead. Let's go to 8 inches we're going to go for. So okay, so what we want is we want two pieces of card the same size to start with, same height. So I'm going to go for 4, and then the other piece I'm going to cut at ½ an inch less, shallower. So basically you've got the back piece of card, and then you've got the top piece of card that goes on the top, which is just shallower, so you've got the pocket. So I'm going to go for ½ an inch shallower. Okay, I know it's creased and bent, it's a piece of old file folder, I don't mind. I think it all adds to the intrigue of it. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to take another piece of paper, another piece of card, we're going to cut it to approximately the same width. You're just going to make it a little bit shallower again. So I'm going to go for ¼ inch shallower. If you can hear any noise in the background, it's just started thundering. I'm glad it has, because it's been absolutely swelteringly hot today and clammy. So it's been very close. I don't know whether people know what close means. I don't know if that's a very British term or not. Okay, so this piece I'm going to cut at 4.5 high. Okay, and what that's going to be is that's going to be the pocket here. So what you've got here is you've got a larger piece at the back, you've got the next size down, which is the same height, but it's just a little bit narrower. So I told you the cutting straight doesn't seem to be happening today. Let's line those two bits up, and let's see, is that straight? No, it's not straight. Why would it be straight? Let's try that again then, Dave. I don't know what's going on with this. Honestly, I just can't get anything to cut straight on this today. So butt it up against that. I don't think that is perfectly straight, to be fair. And normally I'll go by the lines. I think I'm just being overly fussy as well, because I don't think that's a huge amount of difference really. Anyway, we'll leave it for now. Can I leave it for now? I don't know. Can I leave it? Don't like it. Don't like it's not straight. Don't like it. So I'm going to have to do something about it. Can't leave it. It's the problem with OCD. And I'm also swelteringly hot. I don't know. Do you know what close means? Is it a British term? Is it a term that everybody knows? You know, when it's just feeling really overcast and it's all a bit close. Okay, and let's just see now. That needs to be cut down a little bit more now. but you make it the size that you want it to be. Okay, so once you've got the 3 sizes, what you want to do then is you want to take the top corner off this. Let's just line them up and see. So you want to take this corner off as though you were making a tag, but you're just going to take the one corner off, and you want it to be a bit steeper and come a bit further down to almost the halfway point is where you're cutting down to, and you're cutting across from almost the halfway point. So like that, okay? And then that's going to go on there, and that's going to go on there. And I told you this is going to be super simple and super quick. Not convinced that they're the same height. This is not going well today, is it? It might be the weather. It's the weather, the cutter, the me, the operator. No, that didn't even cut anything, Dave. I don't know what you're trying to do. What are you trying to do? Sorry, now my phone's interrupting. It's going to start pinging. Don't play at the start of that game. There we go. Cut that off. There we go. Cool. So, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the middle of this now, and we are going to put a divot in it. Okay, so find the middle of it. So it comes to 8, so half of 8 is 4, so we're going to put a divot somewhere there, and we're just going to make a hole in here. So just put your rounder in there. Obviously you don't need a thumb hole, it's not essential. And then I'm just going to make these look a bit older than they currently are. Okay, so one of the things I like about using file folders is they often have these kind of like marking lines on them anyway, so it adds a bit of interest. So I won't use that. I shall use this, which is ground espresso, which I think is dry as old bones. I need a re-inker for it, or I need to buy some new ink pads. I'd rather buy an re-inker if I can, because it's a bit more environmentally friendly to kind of re-ink it than buy a new one. But you know, I'm sure, as most people know, I've had my ink pads for a very long time, so they've served me well. Certainly not something I could ever complain about. I've got to say, you know, despite what people say about the tin, the ink pads are made very well. So I'm not going to go all the way down to the bottom, because obviously there's no point. You're not going to see it all, because you're going to put the little pocket over the top. So I'm just going to ink this pocket up as well, just across the edges mainly. Just all the way around really, just to make sure I've got all the edges, and then a bit over the surface to make it look a bit more aged. I look a bit more aged now. I've got a colour a bit like this. The weather's been very nice in the UK the last, well, a couple of weeks now actually, so it's been nice and warm. The sun's been out. I want to just get those edges a bit darker. The sun's been out, and we're all walking around either looking like boiled lobsters, or we've got picked up a bit of a tan. Normally I look like a boiled lobster, so it's good that I've actually picked up a bit of a tan really. So I normally look quite similar to this. This is the colour I normally go. I'm more like a burns victim usually, but no, I've actually turned out quite nice again. No, it's turned out all right, my tan. So I mean, like, you know, the jury's out as to whether it's not the jury's out actually. It's not really good for you to have a tan, but hey, there's other things to worry about other than looking like, I just look really pasty most of the time. Normally I kind of go from being Snow White to the Seven Dwarfs. No, I go from being Snow White to kind of off-white. But I've picked up a tan this time. I think it's because I've done it gradually, slow doses. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick this down. So because it's a pocket, we only want to stick it on 3 sides, obviously. Ooh. So if you hear Worcester coming in, he's not a fan of thunder. I love it. It's a shame because I really love it, but he's not a fan. So if he comes in, he'll be coming. He might come in for a bit of reassurance that everything's okay and that Dad has got him, and he's going to be all right. So there we go. So that's on there, and then this is just going to go on here. So again, because it's a pocket, we're just going to do 2 sides. Oh no, that's it's the worst line in the world, that one, Dave. So completely went off the wonk. Oh, honestly, it's so unbearably muggy and sticky. I have been sweaty all day. I know too much information, but hey. So there we go. That's it. That's what we've done. So all I did was I then just chopped off the corners, which this doesn't always do a particularly good job of chopping the corners off when it's so thick. So, and I am afraid one day I'm going to break the damn thing. I think I am going to break the thing. So let's just chop these corners off. Chop the single layer corners off. Oh, that one did. This one, so we can get this to do. No, didn't. Won't do. Will it do? This away. Can't get it in now. Yeah. Oh no, kind of chewed it. That'll do. Let's cut it off with a pair of scissors, Dave. So if we just tear it, that won't work at all. So. Okay, so there we go. So that's really basically it. So that's as simple as that is. And that's kind of like, again, one of those other things like when I worked at the job centre, it's one of those things from memory. So basically, you've got a pocket here, and a pocket here, and we've got one here now. Okay, so let's make a variation on this. Okay, and we'll do that together. And what we're going to do is we're going to now deploy a piece of cardboard. Well, this is kind of very lightweight cardboard, I would say. I don't know what it is in pounds, I'm really sorry. I would say it was about, I don't know, 140 GSM. So what we're going to do is, instead of just cutting it, we're going to fold it over first of all. And I like this because it's kind of got a reeded finish to it. So just folded it over, and we're just going to give that a score over here. Yeah, definitely no lightning. It's not even got dark, so it's darker than it has been. The sun's gone in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut it down. So this time we're going to cut again. We're going to cut 2 pieces at very similar size. They're both going to be the same height. And we're going to choose our width, and I think I'm going to go for, what shall I go for? I don't know, but I'm going to give it a go. Right, okay, so I'm going to go for 4.5 this way. Okay, and then I'm going to do another one at 4, maybe. And one at 4. So remember, this is a folded in half piece of card this time. So yeah, that's about the same size. And then we're going to cut this down, and we're going to cut it down to about there, wherever there is, wherever that nail mark is that I've just put, about there. Blimey Fiskers, if you can't cut through that, there's no chance. Right, okay, so this time what we've got is we've got a doubled over piece, okay? And the reason why I wanted to do it like this is because I thought we could have it as back and front. So what we're going to have is we're going to have a pocket here and a pocket at the back. We're going to have a pocket in the middle, and then we're going to have another pocket either side like that, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so because this is quite a bit narrower than this one, I'm just going to cut this one down a bit more so that this looks a bit more, yeah, just a bit more. It looks a bit more. We'll just leave it at that because, like, don't expect me to get any words out. Let's try getting a straight line. See what that looks like. I want it to kind of doesn't have to look like a perfect step down. Oh dear, you know what this is going to be, don't you? Oh no. I thought it was going to be my work calling me, but it isn't. It's somebody else calling me. I thought it was going to be work calling me to say the burglar alarm's going off. Well, it won't be work calling me, but it would be our monitoring service, and my heart sank. But no, not this time. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Now you will get a slight step down here, okay, but we can always resolve that. We could always just cut the crease off at the bottom and just stick it, or you can leave it if you're not worried about it. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off, and that way then it won't worry anybody. I'm going to leave it on that one though. Okay, I'm just going to cut the very tip of this. In fact, I'm not even going to use that. I am going to use, he says, he's going to use something that he possibly can't find. Oh, there. I'll use my scalpel. Nurse scalpel. I'm just going to cut the very tip of this off. In fact, actually, they all need. Oh no, they don't all need cutting down, Dave. So I'm just going, like I said, I'm just going to cut the very tip of this off so it doesn't overhang like it did. You can see here it's a very minute amount that I'm cutting off. There we go. That out of the way. So what we've got here is we've got this which is folded in half, okay, and then these are going to go. One's going to go on this side. Yep, that's fine. One's going to go on the back. Yep, I'm using the reeded side facing out, okay, and then we're going to have one pocket here and one pocket on the back. Okay, so we'll put a divot in here, but we'll make it a little bit different. So let's find the middle. And I bet you're thinking, what, Dave? The way that you're cutting today, making it a bit different. Is that really a wise idea? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so pick a side, any side. Right, find the middle first. What is the middle of this? Oh, well, of course it wouldn't be a perfect length. Why would it? Oh no, it is. It's 8 1/4. So half of 8 1/4 is 4 and. Oh, it's a good job I brought my washing. Is actually tipping it down with rain now. Oh, it's nice though. You know when like you get that nice relief because of the rain, and it's then gets. You can feel the cool breeze. Okay, so we're going to go for. Try and put. So this is I'm going to use the inches, but I'm going to use the inches on this side, and you'll see why. So I'm just trying to get that in the middle of where I'm going to go. Put a line there, so that's 2 inches up from that middle bit, and then a line this way, which is again 2 inches down. Okay, and then we're just going to join those two together, but we're going to cut it, making sure we know where that other line is. Oh, I'm a little bit over that line. Anyway, never mind. Okay, and then we're just going to cut this off at an angle. Wow, that rain is really coming down. So if you get lighting differentiation, it's because it's lightning now. I've just seen a flash. I don't know whether you picked that up, but Worcester hasn't come up. Clearly he's still asleep and he hasn't noticed. So, oh, that wasn't a very good cut, was it, Dave? Completely went off at a tangent. Anyway, never mind. Corrected it, it's fine. Many a happy accident, etc. So, that's what we've got. Oh, wow. The wind's really picking up as well now, so my window's open and the blind is kind of like flapping. So that's our middle bit. So that's going to be our pocket bit. So it's going to, so whatever we put in there will be easily grabbed, not just a thumb divot. Just because I wanted something a bit different. And we're going to stick these down. Okay, so because this is going to be a pocket, I want to stick it on these two open sides, not this piece, because that otherwise not a great pocket if you can't get in it. So it's a bit like ASMR crafting if you can hear the rain. I can't stand the rain against my window when you're not here with me. So, bless her, R.I.P. That's Tina Turner. And at this rate, there will be steamy windows as well. So I'm going to lay that on here. Okay, I think that might need to be chopped down a little bit more now. Just because of that, the way I've done that divot. I'm going to do this with freehand though, without the aid of a trampoline. No, not a bicycle either, Dave. What is it? Without the aid of a safety net. That's the one. Heat definitely getting to me. Okay, and then that means that they have got to be then cut down probably. Oh no, that's alright, they'll be fine. So, I'm going to stick that on there. We're going to have divots in these, so I might as well put the two together and get the divot in the same place. Rest it on here, so we've got 8 1/4 now, so that's going to be 4 and one of them little things, whatever they're called, an 1/8. Have a thumb divot in this one. Well, I'll tell you what, Worcester's not going out in this. He wouldn't want to go out anyway because A, it's raining, doesn't like rain, and B, he's not, like I say, he's not a fan of the old thundery pops, so he'll be wanting to stay in for now. He's fine. He went out not long ago, so I took him out at lunchtime, so he'll be all right. Because it's now whatever time it is. It's now that time. No idea what time it is. Oh, there you go. There's the thunder. If you didn't hear that. So it's 5 minutes to 7 in the evening. He will need to go out at some point, but like I say, he's not going to want to go out at the moment. I like thunder. I'd quite happily go out in it, but he would say otherwise. Well, he wouldn't say otherwise. He just wouldn't go anywhere. He'd be unmovable. Like I say, you're not going to see all of this, but like I'm just making sure that the edges are covered so that you don't have a very stark red edge. Hello, you. I know. So yeah, Worcester's just come to see me because like he's a bit worried. It's all right, Worcester. It's fine. It's just a bit of thunder pops. I'm surprised you can hear it. You're getting deaf these days, aren't you? So yeah, he's come for a bit of reassurance. It's all right, Worcester. I think the rain's stopping now. No need to get stressed. No panting. Go and lie in the bedroom. I've shut the blind specially for you because I knew it was probably going to thunder. Sorry about that, folks. Just reassuring the dog. As you do. Any of those of you that have animals know that you have to kind of reassure them in weather like this, or unless your dog isn't worried about it or your cat isn't worried about it. But some of them do get a bit anxious. It's a natural defence thing, isn't it? Like, if they were out in the wild, they'd want to be protecting their pack. So Worcester's come to tell me that I might need to run for shelter, but I'm all right. I'm in the craft room. I'm in my happy place. So bless him, always defending me, looking after me like he does. There we go. So we've got those two bits. So we're going to have that one on this side, I think. I'm just going to glue the 3 sides on this. Yeah, we it rained a little bit earlier, and myself and my neighbour took our washing in. Like, we both quite recently hung it out, and then we both had to go out and fetch it in again. So my washing isn't out now, luckily, because we had a pre-warning of impending rain. So, but it's torrential this time. Before it was just spitting with rain. Now it's torrential rain, and we have got amber warnings in place because of potential flooding. Although things are really bad when Batley floods because most of it's on very high ground. So there we go. That's that. And then we're going to make the little pockets to go on the outside now. So again, we want to cut these down so that we've got, so because they're reversed, I'm going to put them back to back like that. So we've got the reeded bit on the outside on both sides. Don't need that, Dave. Just going to use get that out of the way. Use a ruler. You're not going to really notice if they're not perfectly accurate, especially when they're on either side. So okay, so I'm just going to ink these edges up, nice and dark on the edges. Same on this one, and then yeah, this one's a much better. The whatever it is, gathered walnut, it's crusted walnut, no, whatever it's called, ground espresso. anything to do with walnuts. Oh no, there is one called walnut, isn't there? Oh, is that not? No, this is gathered twigs. That one. The other one is drying up, but this one seems to be all right. So. I was just thinking, did I ink the wrong side? But no. There we go. And we're going to pop these on here. So this one's going to go on this side. So again, just the 2 edges. Get that on there, because that's not going to help with the pocket mechanism, is it? Across there. Across there. Those 2 together. Now this one definitely won't go through my corner rounder because now it's mega thick now, but never mind. We can always have it with the square edge. Like that. Oh, no, just glued that on the wrong side. Anybody noticed my rookie error? I'm hardly a rookie, but like, still made an error. Anyway, never mind. Just an opportunity to, show you that I make mistakes. So none of you people out there going, oh, I can't do it because I'll make a mistake. Well, so did I, but I'm still carrying on. We find lots of happy accidents in craft, so there we go. So that's that. So let's make something to go inside it, just something very quickly. So I'm going to use my receipt roll here. If I can get it out. There we go. Use a receipt roll. How big do I want it? Roughly to about there. That one. Do one very similar length. Is it a similar length? I said similar, it doesn't have to be the same, Dave. Okay, that's those two. I'm just going to make these look old with my nice drying up ink pads. I also like it when it picks up the undulations off this cutting mat. Although I think I might be due a new cutting mat soon because it's starting to be able to really see it on camera. So okay, I'll do that, and then I'll deploy my big stampy thing, and we'll just start stamping some random things on here. Will that go across the... No, we'll do one at a time. And we're just going to stamp from random stuff. Right. How big is this? We can get up to there. So all of those need to be blanked off. Well, it's rained, but it hasn't made it any cooler. In fact, my top lip is very sweaty. Not that anybody needed to know that, but hey, I like to share. Sharing is caring. Should we go for a purple? That one. Change the numbers. Just do a bit of a random flickety doodah, flickety doodah. That's the one. Flickety doodah. I'm sorry. Stop talking. Forgot you were still here. Too much fun. Stamping, pretending I'm, had that job in the bank that I always wanted to do. I only ever wanted to work in a bank or a post office just so that I could do stamping. So, not for any other reason. So that's one. Let's put that in there. Yeah, I like the purple. The purple goes nicely with the red. Get rid of those bits. And we'll do... Should we do one in a different colour? Let's go for a bit of cross-contamination going on here. We'll go for green. I love this giant stamp. You'd be hard pushed to find one of these. Literally because we went to that scrap place and they'd got these. I found it. Brian was with me and I said, "There's these," and he then when he saw one, he was like, "Oh, it's the one for me." And like, so we both had one. So just put one more number on the bottom of here. trying not to be too fussy about whether it's a positive or a negative. No, what's it called? An even or an odd number. Let's pop that one in there. Come on, go in. And the other one went in, so you need to go in. There we go, that's that one. Cool, and then we're going to put... I've got these cards that are just... again, these came from scrap as well. These are just random cards. Just give them a bit of a go over. That just helps them look a bit older. I'm not worried about necessarily having anything on here. I might just have a big, like I had on the other one, just a big random number. There we go, and do this in, what colour should we do this in? Let's do this one in red. Where's my red? Red? Where is my red? Oh, it's there. And change the numbers. Go. No, that's not the lid for that, that is. I'm going to have that in there, and that in there, and then we're going to have something in the middle. What should we have in the middle? Something else, Dave. Let's have something else. Just cut this down to about there. Is not a standard measurement, it's a measurement in Dave world. And then we're going to cut this down. I bet that's not a straight line, is it? No, probably isn't, but who cares? And we want it to be, again, that's another standard measurement in my world. About that. We go in. I don't want it to stick out too much, but I want it to stick out. Come on, in you go. Come on, behave. Yeah, we want it to cut it down a little bit. Ow. Oh. Get it out. Okay. Cut it down a little bit. Cut it down. Shh. Stop singing. Random singing. Don't know. Don't know. Don't ask. Don't know. Well, you can ask, but I still don't know. Honestly, clearly not. Today is not a good day to cut. I'm not Klingon, so it's a perfect day to... No, it's not. Battle. Whatever. I can't remember what they say now. Today is a good day. No, I think I've just realised what it is. No, today isn't a good day to do that either. Let's round these corners off. Let's do a little bit of... Where's the... What? I've just had it. Where is it? What's that? This, right, stamp it with a thing, one of these little stampy things that I've got. There we go. Noises are optional. There we go, pick that up. Don't need anything else on there, I'm just going to stick that in there. Go. That's going to go in there. All good, you can see that hanging out, and I think I might just add a bit of foil a foily thing. So this is just chocolate foil of chocolate, as you do. I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to make this into like a seal-y thing. Not the kind of seal though. That's fine. I've done a few together, it doesn't matter, you can separate them or whatever. Put that out a bit so I can see it. There we go. If it wants to fall apart, don't mind. I quite like the matte one, actually, that's nice. Use that one. I'm just going to put the glue all around the edge. I like to put it over the letters because it will squeeze itself into all of the letters, and then they won't go flat quite so easily. There we go. Cool. That's that. Cool, perfect. So there we go. That's just something nice and simple. Like I say, we initially made the one with the single side. Hang on, let's just move some of this out of the way, Dave. Uh-oh. I'd love to tell you that the area around me was nice and tidy, but it's not. I'd love to tell you, but if I did, it would be like, oh, ow, that just fell on my foot. But if I did, I'd be lying, and I don't lie, so it's not. It's a right mess, and everything off camera is a right mess. And I've recently tidied up as well, which is terrible. So there we go. That's that. Don't know where at all that my pin for my dark glitter glue is. Might have to get another one out. Always losing them. Good job I've got some more. I'm either losing them or breaking them. One of the two. Stick that in there. Right, cool. So there you go. So we made this one. That was the one that we'd made that was the one I'd made, and then this is the other one we made on camera, and then this is the double one. So this is the one with the two-sided thing. So you've got pocket here, got a pocket here, and then you've got one in the middle. And we'll just put a little stampy thing on the front. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope the thunder wasn't too distracting, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. So don't forget, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care, folks. Lots of love. Lots of hugs. Take care. Bye.